Hi there. Welcome to North of Weatherfield, a Canadian Coronation Street podcast. I'm Brittlestar.
I'm Shannon.
These aren't our real names. These aren't even our names for today.
No, my name for today is going to be Shona. Because... No.
I'm going to be Dev.
Oh, okay. I thought you were complaining about Shona.
No. Anyway, this is a podcast where we've decided to do, and it may be foolish, but we're going to talk about Coronation Street in the pace of which we receive it here in Canada.
Yeah.
So if you're from the UK, this is old news.
Yeah. So right now we're looking at the episodes that were on CBC from January 1st to 5th, or if you watch the omnibus that weekend after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So don't watch it if you're not caught up.
Yeah.
Because there's spoilers.
All right. So what are we talking about, Shannon?
So first of all, today we are planning on talking about Evelyn and the dog.
Are we going to run down all the things?
We're gonna yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm ready.
Bernie going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma and Joseph. Is Joseph actually ill?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Asha and Nina and Isla.
Yeah.
Daisy, Daniel, and Ryan.
Yeah.
And Lauren, Max, and Sabrina. Lauren?
Yeah.
What's with the new job?
Yeah.
Does she have a job? Is
Yeah.
it illicit?
Right.
Max and Sabrina?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's going on there?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to start with Evelyn?
Sure.
Okay.
I find this the most boring storyline that's happening currently.
It is the most boring storyline because the actress that plays her is amazing, and she's been around forever.
I find her character is actually very like many women of that age.
Old?
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
Okay, well, what do we think about the storyline in general, though? Because I think, like with the dog, like her rescuing the dog.
Yes. So this week, Evelyn saw a dog being abused
Yeah.
by its owner.
A tough character.
Tried to speak up and got intimidated and threatened. So did Roy. And then she ended up sneaking and stealing the dog when that guy wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel I want this storyline to kind of be over, but I feel it's one of those storylines of Coronation Street where it seems very unimportant, but then it becomes quite important. Like it flourishes into something. We find out something about the guy and the dog, or it just disappears.
Possibly.
Like,
now,
I don't think it'll just resolve and be happy.
No, the Brits are bigger dog lovers even than here. Like they're a little bit cuckoo for animals, even compared to here. So it could be just going with that. Or it could be something that's going to happen with Tyrone getting roped into all of this because he got punched by the guy.
I think it's going to have something to do with Tyrone. He's going to get involved. There's going to be something. The guy's going to be involved in the garage. It's going to be something's going to happen.
Is Tyrone going to have to go away to some mythical place like Fizz where we have no idea what he's up to or if he's ever coming back?
Yes.
I mean, is Fizz not living like 2 hours away, but she's never made it home for a weekend?
That's the weird thing about Coronation Street, and just I feel the UK in general is like, well, they've moved 2 hours away. We'll never see them again.
That's true. That might not be unrealistic. Okay.
They're dead to us now.
Yeah.
So they're out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Bernie went to jail this week, was sentenced.
She needed to go to jail.
I agree.
She needed to go to jail.
I agree. It's like, I'm glad they didn't say, well, this time it's because you've got the world's best behaved quads who are always silent in the house with maybe someone looking after them.
Yeah.
And
Emily Bishop.
Emily Bishop.
Yeah.
It's probably, has Emily Bishop officially died yet, or is she still in Edinburgh?
I thought she'd gone to Peru for a bit.
She did. And then she came back. I think she's in Edinburgh.
Okay, well, let's not get sidetracked. She needed to go to jail because she was just going to do it again. She learns no lessons.
Nope.
Lucky chance after lucky chance.
Exactly. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but I mean, I still felt for her, though, because
Sure.
Apollo is not doing well.
Yeah, he's got Billy.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. Okay, what next?
Gemma.
Yeah.
And Joseph with his illness. So what we did see this week was the one time he went back again to hospital.
Yeah.
That they found something wrong with him was because Bernie had said to Gemma, give him some lavender infused tea.
Right.
And it turns out that Gemma gave him an essential oil lavender,
Right.
which you can't drink. And to be fair,
It's easy mistake.
I thought that I'm not an essential oils person. I thought you could do a drop or two of essential oil in a tea. I did think that was the same thing.
Well, see, this is a tangent. This brings us into homeopathic medicine. Because the problem is that people think it can't do any harm.
Yes.
But it'll just do good. That's not how things work.
No.
Things can, if they can do anything, they can do good and bad.
Yeah, yeah. So
that's your lesson for today.
You're welcome. But I don't think that's going to end up being why Joseph was, or rather, I think Joseph is actually sick the other days.
You think so?
I think so. I don't think he's just faking it.
I think maybe what'll happen if he's lucky is that he'll get sepsis.
No, we're not making fun. No.
And then he'll lose a leg,
No.
and then it'll magically not matter. Like, what's his face? The other kid.
Well, Jack hasn't been on in a while.
Not because of his leg, because that's just the storyline.
But should Jack not be hanging around with like Hope and Ruby and Sam?
Yeah.
Is he not kind of the same age?
But that was such a huge storyline, and you felt terrible for the character, the kid, and then it just didn't matter anymore. Which maybe that's a life lesson.
I mean, I feel like Kevin's kind of given up as a parent quite a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Okay, so yeah, I think there's potentially something actually wrong with Joseph, maybe, but I think it might be.
Is Fizz causing what's wrong with him inadvertently or vertently?
What do you mean causing? Like she's sneaking back home and.
Is his illness a Munchausen by proxy kind of thing?
Fizz. You mean Gemma?
Gemma. Did I say Fizz?
Yeah, I think you said Fizz.
No, not Fizz.
I thought she was like sneaking back to Weatherfield and then like poisoning other people's children.
I mean, maybe they wouldn't recognize her anymore. Probably.
No, a lot happens on that street.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Munchausen by proxy. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Right? You feel the need to really say
Munchausen.
it German. Yeah.
Munchausen by proxy. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's a case of maybe there's like a psychosomatic thing happening with him.
Okay.
Like he's feeling like he's left out. He's not getting attention. He's competing for attention with 4 siblings.
So maybe more of a mental health issue creating physical illnesses.
Psychosomatic is what they call it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What about now? We're getting on to the romance storylines.
Okay. All right.
Asha and Nina, who have been going out for a while and somehow have like, I don't know, a middle-aged romance while they live in Dev's house.
That's exactly it. They have the romance. It's like they've been married for, how long we've been married?
Even longer than us.
But it's like they're the same as us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the kind of romance they have. But it doesn't... It doesn't ring true to me because how old's Nina supposed to be? In her mid-20s?
I think they're both supposed to be about maybe 22.
No, 20? I think Nina's older.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she 25?
And Ash is supposed to be like around 21.
Because 20. I feel that when we met Nina, she was in college, but I think she was in the kind of college you go to if you leave school at 16.
Oh, I thought she was like an art college and she was like 22.
No, I think she was at college where you just are trying to get some skills like credit education.
Art is a skill, Shannon.
No, she wasn't at art college then.
Sure she was. Who, Nina was?
Yeah. She
was in design college, wasn't she? She's in art college?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she was.
But anyways, so to try to spice things up, we've introduced Isla.
Yeah.
The paramedic
and
our EMT person who
ready to resuscitate Asha's love.
Who Asha is shadowing. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I don't know much about how the medical training system works in the UK.
Yeah.
But it seems to be just Asha and Isla going out on these calls, and Asha's like putting the gloves on and getting right in there.
There's the problem with the NHS and the 2-tier system right there, is they're just sending kids out with their girlfriends to help people.
Right.
They can barely even figure out how to get to a place.
Yeah, so I don't quite get this because she started her course, I don't know, about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't understand either. And I don't understand the idea, like, does that happen in the UK? Is that a true thing? Is that a thing where, like, people, like, I would like to be a paramedic, therefore just come right along? And I mean, that doesn't seem right, does it?
I can see doing a ride along to see, like, because I feel a lot of people would think, oh, I should be a paramedic. Same with, like, I should be a surgeon.
Yeah.
And then they see someone getting cut open and they're like, I should not be a surgeon.
Well, because paramedics are doctors, are they not?
No.
They're
medical professionals. They are not doctors. Nope.
Is that just what you've decided yourself?
They aren't.
That's your feelings towards paramedics?
No, they aren't doctors.
I thought paramedics were doctors and just, what's the ones that can come out and pronounce someone dead?
Coroners.
They're not going to save anybody. No, I'm talking about...
Paramedics might be allowed to pronounce someone dead.
But I thought you had to be a doctor to do that. I thought they were the doctors of the ambulance world.
They
opposed
are.
to an ambulance attendant. They were like...
But they're not an ambulance attendant. They're not just a driver.
Because it says paramedic on the side of the truck as opposed to just like ambulance.
I know, but there used to be people who were just ambulance drivers who were essentially just would scoop you up and take you to the hospital.
Okay.
Paramedics are medically trained. I don't know if it's more training than a nurse, less training than a nurse.
Okay.
But they have their own level of training.
Yeah.
And I think they're allowed to give certain medications
Right.
that perhaps a nurse wouldn't, because a nurse wouldn't be on their own.
So a paramedic is above a nurse?
I don't know about that. But
Again, this is just your personal feelings?
no.
Okay.
They have their own set of rules. Like I don't know if a nurse could decide to go be a paramedic, and I don't feel a paramedic could say I want to be a nurse now. You have to do different
You
training.
got to pick something. Exactly.
different training.
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I find that storyline, I mean, it's really just about the jealousy and relationship of Nina and Asha.
So,
And Isla's got very little to do with that. She's just kind of an agitator.
well, she became more than an agitator when she started giving Nina doe eyes. Also, no, not Nina, Asha.
Asha.
Also, the pub's shut. Everybody somehow thinks they can sneak into the bistro and drink 2 bottles of wine. So they used to drink maybe two mixed drinks or 2
yeah.
pints. Now they drink 2
They're
bottles
by
of
the
wine.
bottle. Yeah.
And
Pandemic hit late
they-
in Coronation
they
Street.
think no one's going to notice them out with their bit on the side. Like everyone seems to be sneaking into the
I know,
bistro
it's
for
wide
meetings.
open. It's like the bistro is like one of those places you go into a restaurant, you go in to go, now this is too sparse, man. They got to put up some dividers or something or some curtains. I feel like I'm wide on display here. I'm wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I find like that the drinking has gone off the charts. Because you're right. You'd go into the Rovers and you'd have a pint or two or of G&T if you're Audrey, the Tower of Strength, and you would then you'd get kicked out. Mm-hmm. As opposed to, and you could hide in one of those booths.
Yeah. Yeah, so that they might not see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Asha and Nina thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But let's talk about the Rovers, though. Let's talk about Daisy and Daniel and Ryan, because they were, it was very exciting when Daniel said, I got caught up in the moment.
Yes.
I was excited, as excited as Daniel was.
I was not.
So that he brought Daisy into the Rovers and he was like, hey, baby, let's instead of buying a big house somewhere else, let's buy this and run it. We can live here. You can work here. It'll be great. And you can run it and I will not be here all the time. But I'll still get to come here for drinks for free. And that was very exciting, though, because it was like, oh, this is maybe a new dynasty they're setting up.
Well, I like the idea of a new dynasty. I think it was a controlling, manipulative thing Daniel did.
Well, this brings
Not.
us, and this is not the show for it, but this harkens back to Jim Halpert buying his parents' house for Pam on The Office, the American Office.
That was the only thing I didn't like about The Office.
Yeah.
It was also like Prince William giving Kate his mom's ring.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
I mean, that doesn't get you anywhere, does it?
Apparently it did, but
Yeah, I guess
anyways.
so. So I was very excited about that, but then it all kind of blew apart when Simon recorded
Yes.
Ryan and Daisy admitting that they had slept together.
Simon found the recording Ryan accidentally made.
But then,
Of Ryan and
but they must
Daisy.
have copied it and sent it to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's a young person. Speaking of, here's my problem with Simon these days. He was one of the kids.
He was one of the kids.
Now he's suddenly...
A lout.
Yes, a lout is right.
He just wanders around.
Yeah, he's always grumpy and he's always drinking 8 pints in the bistro, and he's suddenly all buddy-buddy with Daniel, who's his step-uncle-in-law. I don't know quite where he's at in that relationship.
Yeah.
But suddenly he's like matey with Daniel.
Which you wouldn't be in real life, would you? You'd be like, shut up, kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because he's still pretty young, isn't he?
I think so. I don't know.
But he was hanging out with I know that Amy and Ash and all that kind of stuff. Like, I know as I'm getting older, it's harder to tell who's actually young anymore because everyone just seems young. But I feel like he was hanging out with Amy and Asha and all those types of people. And then all of a sudden, he's just like hanging out drinking alone at the bistro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
So how do we feel about Ryan? What about Daniel's actions? Because he took revenge when he found out.
Remember, because our filming of this got delayed.
Yeah.
Just remember, we watched.
Yeah, that's right. We're an episode ahead. Okay, sorry.
This is why this isn't allowed to happen again. But
so he found out, and he's upset.
But Daniel already had seen this video.
Yeah, but
when he did the
last week is when the sabotage.
Daniel
took
had
place.
seen this video when he took Daisy to the Rovers.
Yes, because he was trying to be the bigger man.
Was he trying to be the bigger man?
I don't think
so.
I think because Daisy said that, it seemed like it was going to be, trying to make her feel guilty, but I don't think so.
No. But did you think when Daniel brought her in there?
Yeah.
And took the blindfold off.
Yeah.
Did you think he was genuine heart, put everything behind him, no longer had a problem with her having this secret affair, and was doing it all out of the goodness of his heart?
I honestly think he was trying to have a fresh start. I honestly think he was like, I've got to just move on, put it behind me. She's super cute. Let's move on. However, I did see the one flaw that stuck out immediately to me was, hey, remember where you had that acid attack and that guy threw acid at you? Want to live here?
That bit I was surprised didn't get brought up.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
How could she not be like a shore arm or something? Be like, look at this. What? No, I don't want to be here.
Because makeup are like, listen, we don't have the budget for that anymore. We've already just got Ryan wearing a bandage on his arm.
Easier.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah.
That wasn't. But the biggest problem I had with that was that he seemed to just skirt over the idea, the whole notion that this is a very traumatic memory for her. How could it not be?
Because he was never thinking of Daisy in the first place. He was thinking of himself.
Maybe.
Last topic. Lauren, Max, and Sabrina.
Yeah, so, Max, first of all, can I just say that Max has come leaps and bounds as a character. I really enjoy his character now. He's coming into it.
I agree. And he has stepped up the acting level.
Much like his father, David, who I wasn't a fan of initially. Now I'm like, you know what? He's kind of settled into a groove. I kind of like it.
David is currently one of my favorites.
I don't like his Canadian accent, though.
I mean, I didn't like Stephen's Canadian accent, but there we go.
Don't even start us on Stephen. Because he wasn't even Canadian.
I know.
Australian.
Well, I thought he was American.
And American.
Right. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, we got problems. We'll talk about that another time. Probably. Gets me so angry.
So Lauren, first of all, she's taking these phone calls, secret phone calls.
And she's made a big turnaround from her being
white supremacist father
and being
trying to
sucked
blow
into
things
all that.
up.
Yeah, being sucked into that whole culture. And then she's come out of it and she's doing pretty well.
Well, except as she may be prostituting herself.
That's the one problem.
Sorry, not prostituting herself. Has a pimp w's prostituting her. That's more to the point. That's the biggest problem.
More to the point, because she seems like a sweet girl. It's horrible.
Yes.
But
do you think that's what she's doing? Do you think that's the other job?
I don't know, because I think that it's being presented to us in a manner that suggests that that's what's happening. You feel really bad for her, when in reality it might end. I feel there's a really good chance it'll end up being someone like the guy who wanted to hire Gemma.
Right. The sort
guy
of
who's just
rich.
actually rich.
Yeah.
And he just wants a young girlfriend.
Well, let's hope so.
She's a bit too young, because how young is she supposed to be?
I don't know. She's not
too
18.
Young.
But what I did want to say, this past week, Sabrina essentially confronted Lauren to say, stay away from Max.
Yeah.
Because she gave him an expensive watch.
Yeah.
But then the two of them buried the hatchet. And
yeah, that was nice.
And now the three of them have a lovely relationship currently, which is, I feel like, more like it often is if you live in I know Manchester's not a small town, but Weatherfield's a small town.
Yeah.
You live in a small town.
Yeah.
You're going to still have to be friends with people who are your ex or used to date your ex or something. So move on.
I agree. So here's the question for you, Shannon.
Okay.
The question we're supposed to do. Who are you again? Shona. Do you have any Shonas impersonations?
No, I've been fascinated by her eyes the past 2 weeks.
So do a Shona.
My eyes aren't that color.
Do a Shona to that camera.
No, I can't do it.
Dev is a bit Jeff Goldblum.
I think you're actually you're conflating the two of them, but yes.
That was my Dev impersonation.
Well, Dev, your relationship with Bernie is the healthiest relationship you've ever had.
Which is a bit depressing for Dev, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because what's her face? Bernie? She's all right.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? She's also a little rough around the edges.
So here, what's my question?
Your question is, you arrive on the street, okay?
Okay.
As if it were a real place.
Okay. Yep.
You arrive on street.
Yep.
You have to get a snack. Where are you going to go? You have the choice of the Rovers.
I'm definitely the Bistro.
The Bistro.
Yeah.
Dev's, or the corner store. What's it called? Rita's the cabin.
Thing. The Bistro. I'm going to be looking for some sort of appetizer and a drink.
That's a commitment.
I mean, obviously, if the Rovers are open, I'm there.
So do you remember there used to be a Costa coffee there?
Yes.
But people would have Costa coffee cups, but then that just went away.
Well, because the paid sponsorship, obviously.
Oh, we could have went. Roy's was another option as well. I could have went to Roy's.
You said the cafe.
No, I meant the Rovers. Rovers Bistro, Dev's.
But there is no Rovers.
I know, but if there were.
Nope.
This is a hypothetical. You're also not there, actually, for real, Shannon.
No, because this is too easy, because your answer is going to be the Rovers. There is no Rovers currently.
I wouldn't go to the Rovers for food. No offense to Betty.
I thought you just arrived on the street. You don't know.
Not meaning I am arriving as like a stranger, meaning we have just been transported there. And
we have all the knowledge?
We have all the knowledge we currently have today. We're as smart as we are right now.
Well, then I might go to Roy's.
Interesting. What would you have?
Some kind of roll, like sandwich, like ham and cheese roll. Well, I don't like sweet things. Yeah, I'd get some kind of roll.
Okay.
Ham and cheese, maybe.
Yeah.
What would you do? Where would you go?
I would probably go to. I'd probably go to Dev's, to be honest.
What are you getting? A chocolate bar of some kind?
I'd probably get like a package of something, like biscuits or something, chocolate chip cookies or something.
So for your little snack. So the Bistro is too involved, but you're going to eat a whole...
Yeah, but I'm on the move. I want to go to... Maybe I'll go to the mall. Not the mall.
The Trafford Center?
Not the Trafford Center. No, exactly. Or to the district. No, I don't even know where that is. So we're going to try to do this thing every week.
Maybe.
It took a lot to set up.
Yeah.
So it's looking highly unlikely as it stands. Well, but you never know.
No. If you're not filming anything, Rennie, this needs to be moved.
Yeah, if nothing moves in the next week, it'll be perfect. So provided I don't do any work in the next 5 days, it'll be fine.
Watch Coronation. It'll be just like the holidays
all
over again.
But thank you so much for watching, and thanks so much for listening. If you're listening, what's this called again?
Is this a thing where people put comments? Can someone tell us what characters' storylines they're interested in talking about for next week?
If you're enjoying this on a platform that allows you comments, feel free to comment. Let us know.
What platform is this going on?
I feel like we might be putting it on Instagram and TikTok. I feel that it might go on YouTube, and it might go... That's about it, probably. Mm-hmm. Maybe Facebook. Facebook would be good, actually. You're on Facebook all the time. Is it people like you?
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to see me.
So many people said to us when we did another show called The Morning Show Thing that it got them through the pandemic and they really enjoyed it. And I don't think this show's going to do anything for you.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time when we see you, I guess. Does that sound good?
Next weekend.
I guess so. Sounds good. What do they say at the end of...
Taralov.
Would you say Taralov?
I wouldn't. Audrey would.
Cheers. See, that was good, wasn't it? See ya.